Hi, this is Quinn, and welcome to Quinn Tech. Well, welcome back to my latest episode. This is my Atari 800 XL Part 2, and in this video, I'm going to show off my machine in action. But I have a couple of technical issues I have to work out at the beginning. The first being, I got this new phone, and it has a much better camera on it than my last phone, so hopefully my video footage will be a lot better. But in the very first section that I film, I hadn't figured out how to use the phone yet to record, and it has a special function. I could see it coming in really handy for certain things where you hold the phone in portrait mode, and it actually records in landscape mode. And it has like some kind of jiggle or movement kind of correction built into that mode. And I couldn't figure out how to get the phone to work. I had turned it sideways to try to do, your normal landscape, and it recorded in portrait like that. So I had to learn some new skills in my editor, and basically I just cropped part of the portrait image to make the screen the same size as landscape. So the first part of the footage is probably going to look a little grainy because I had to crop it, but then after that it should look a lot better. And then the other technical issue I have to work with is my video cable for my computer somehow got really mangled. So I show the mangling, and I didn't record myself fixing the cable. Basically, I had to cut it in two places, cut off the bad parts of the cable, and it looks just like, your standard RCA, which I never really looked inside one of those before, apparently, because there's two wires in there. There's the outer wrapping, and then inside there's a little skinny wire that's in its own insulation. So I had to cut on each side in two different places. The inner part, I made the insulation stick out a little further, and then I wrapped it in electrical tape and kind of heated it up, because I don't have shrink wrap, but it sort of worked like shrink wrap. And then did the same thing with the outer wire and wrapped it, and then I wrapped the whole cable. And there are a lot of cut up parts of the cable that had exposed wires, and I just wrapped electrical tape around it. So I spliced the cable. I don't actually show that, but then I show my computer in action, and I just play a few games. The first disc of the collection that my friend Adam gave me, and that was a total of 8 games, and that's basically what I show in this video. I plan on doing a couple more videos in the future. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, but I do have a couple of plans on how I'm going to be able to get more content on this computer without being able to dial into a BBS and download new software that I can save to a floppy disk. So anyway, that's going to be my video for tonight. I hope you enjoy, and thanks for coming back. And I'm having a great time with this, and I hope you are too. So without further ado, let's go on with my video. Alright, take care. Hi, Quinn Tech Retro back here. I was about to do my part 2 of the 800 XL, and wow, I can't plug up to the TV, and I figured out why, and this is one of the problems with older equipment, but this seems almost like a sabotage job. I don't know what happened. So here's my cord. Look, there's a little damage there. I think this is my main problem. That wire is both those wires are completely disconnected. But that's not the only spot. I got this scrape mark here. I've got this scrape mark here. I've got a scrape mark here. I've got scrape marks here. The wires didn't show through on that one, but all the other ones did. I got a scrape mark here. I think yeah, those wires seem to be cut. I got a scrape mark here. And a scrape mark here. So, I don't know if my cat was super vicious at my old place or someone like purposefully tried to ruin my experience. And then, so I hooked up, since that wasn't working, I hooked up the RF jack that I showed you in my last one. And look, this is the original. It's got that, that's supposed to clean up the image a little bit, I think. And when I plugged it into the computer, it wouldn't work. And look here. And this is the connector I was telling you I had. But look at this. This wire. This wire has also been damaged. I almost had it, like, I got it to tune in to channel 3, but it wouldn't tune in a picture. It was like tuned in snow. So, and this is a modern TV, so when it doesn't tune in, it's just nothing. So, someone tried to sabotage us, it seems like. But I'm going to fix it. I'm going to have to apparently do 2 splices on this. And, one there. And one here. Because those are obviously not making connection. But it seemed like my TV was putting out a little bit of a signal. I mean, the computer. But it couldn't get to the TV. So I'm going to have to work on this. I'll get back to it. Alright, so I'm back here with my Atari 8-bit. I have a basic setup with 1 floppy drive and 1 joystick. And I'm hooked up to my modern flat screen monitor through composite. So, let's turn her on. And there we go, it works, see? So, the Atari allowed you to hold this option button as you turn it on, and it would go into the self-test mode. So this was kind of an innovation. This was an innovation from the early 80s that not many computers even do today. It had a built-in self-test, so you could test your memory. So you could select your different options: memory, audio, visual, keyboard, or all tests. So let's go ahead and do all tests. You hit start. And it just does this test. And I'm having to do this all handheld because I don't have a proper tripod. I guess I could set it on like a stool or something, which I do have over here. Maybe I'll try that. Of course, the stool has a swivel seat, so that might make things a little more problematic. Like I've said in the past, I'm working with some janky equipment. So whatever I got, I did just get a new phone though, so the video quality should be slightly better. And probably the audio quality as well. So I hope this is an upgrade from my previous video. I guess we'll find out when I put it on the big screen. And this is a kind of neat test. It tests your ROM and it tests all your RAM. And gives you an idea whether your system is working properly. So I think it goes through 3 rows of these little dots. Which I guess each dot represents 2K times 36 is 64K, which this machine came with. And as you can see, they're all green, so I guess it worked. Then it has this A/B test. It tests all 4 voices of the 8-bit sound chip. So you can actually use the keyboard test help to exit. I guess it doesn't work all the time. So let's see what awesome software that my friend Adam hooked me up with. Oh, and look, he even wrote me out a letter telling me what all came with the machine. $19.99. And funny enough, he just sent me another copy of this. I guess he still had the text file or the doc file saved on his computer. And he sent me a bunch of old correspondence that we had back in the day. So this is everything he gave me with this system. Enjoy. Adam Triunfo. So let's see, what all did he give me? We've got Side 1, Dig Dug, Montezuma's Revenge, the hard version, Montezuma's Revenge, the easy version, O'Reilly's Mine, and then Side 2 is Vanguard, Missile Command, Miner 2049er, and Encounter. And then on Side 1 of this disc, we have Archon and Archon 2, Oil's Well, for $2.99. So I guess that's when he gave it to me. In April of 1999, shortly before I left Albuquerque. And then he's got on the second side, he's got Attack of the Mutant, Ball Blazer, which I remember that game being amazing. That was one of the very first LucasArts games, and it was like a sort of a space soccer sort of game with one player, and you had to like knock the ball through this like grid pattern into the goal on the other side. And it was a two-player game. And then there's Centipede and Caverns of Mars. And then on this disc, he gave me Boulder Dash 1, 2, and 3, and Bruce Lee, Choplifter, Mega Mania, and Robotron 2084. On this disc, he gave me Mr. Robot and his Robot Factory, Gyrus, Pac-Man Jr., and Spy Hunter on side 1, then Joust, Popeye, Zaxxon, and River Raid on side 2. This has Atari which I'm assuming is a Tetris clone. I don't know. And then Fortress on the other side. So these must have been larger games. On this disc, he gave me MyDOS 4.5 and MyDOS 4.5 Backup, which I don't know what that means, but maybe it's the same thing on both sides. And this disc, he gave me BobTerm, I guess a terminal program to get on BBS's, and DiscCom and Super Unarch, which I guess is an unarchiving or unzipping type program for the Atari. So this is the discs I have that he gave me back in April of 1999. So this is D1, and I'm going to insert a disc 1. Wait, let me turn it on first. Spin up. And then you turn on the Atari. And hold select, I think it is. Oh no. It's option. Well, it's not start. So I figured out the problem is I was trying to turn it on and then hold the button, and you have to be holding the button and then turn it on. And then it will load, and he set it up with these nice little menus. MicroDOS XL. So that's Montezuma Hard. Start. I meant to hit select because I was going to try easy, because I haven't played this game forever, but I guess I'm going to play the hard version. This is one of my favorite games from back in the day. So I've got my Wyco command control. Ooh. I need to get this key. why it was the hard version. Oh, okay, so now I have... Oh, but there's extra stuff over here. Let's get that. How do you get that? Oh, the keys open the doors, that's right. I guess that's game over. But hey, at least I got it working. Wait, it's giving me another life. Now game over. Well, that was the hard version. Alright, here's easy mode. Ah! Oh, this is where you can practice the different types of obstacles, I guess. Arg! Ah! Well, both modes are quite hard. Dig Dug. I don't know what these different difficulties are. Yeah, Dig Dug. Wow. Hmm. Well, I'm not very good at that game either. Hmm. 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 Well, hmm. Mm. Ooh. Well, that was interesting. Well, it's probably going to be difficult as hell with these controls. This game originally was with the trackball, so... Sorry. surprisingly better at this than I expected. I lost one city. Not bad. Oh, toast. I have one city left. But is that game over? Oh yeah. Oh, it gave me an extra city. Fucker. I ran out of fucking missiles. What as good as this? I got no cities left. I'm toast. But that was pretty fun though. It's challenging. Definitely challenging. These old 8-bit games, they were fun. Well, I guess it just hangs there. Miner 2049er. Ugh. These games are still fun. Despite the fact that they're from the early 80s. Yeah. Wow. It's cool. I love it. It's great. So that's just the first floppy. So I think that's all I'm going to record tonight, but I'll be back with some more. And I'm glad this is working. I'm so stoked. And wow, great. This is awesome. Alright, take care.